Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this video which is going to explain to you how to do automatic writing, which is a form of channeling, a form of communication. It's a way you can communicate with your divine guidance, whether you prefer to think of it as connecting with your spirit guides, your higher self, your angels, your soul, yourself, the universe, God, Jesus, doesn't matter. There is a divine, non-physical aspect of you, and this is one way to bring that into the physical and bring the messages into your conscious awareness for your own earthly benefit. It's very simple. The first thing you need to do is get yourself a good question. What I mean by good question is not an immature question out of impatience. If you ask it things like, when am I going to meet my soulmate? When am I going to be done awakening? You're going to get nothing. And you're going to think automatic writing sucks, but it doesn't. You just have to ask the right questions. This works very well for creative pursuits. If you're an artist of any kind, you're trying to think of ideas, if you're a writer, etc. I use it for my YouTube videos all the time. In fact, that's how I come up with ideas. I don't write too much about it, but I sort of like channel, you could say, the topics, and it works even better when you're trying to do some self-inquiry. The universe, this awakening, is doing its best to reveal to you aspects of yourself that you need to look at in order to have a happier existence here and to move forward in your life and in your spiritual unfoldment. And when this is already happening, again, the timing is right. That's why these events and synchronicities and dreams and intuitive impulses are happening now, because you're trying to convey a message to yourself, essentially. But if you don't quite know what it is, which is oftentimes the case, I've had this, and this happen, there seems to be a pattern. I'm also getting synchronicities and hearing songs and seeing things on YouTube that are reflecting this, but I just don't know what the message is. Do the automatic writing in that case to it. Wonderful for that. So that's number one, is have yourself a good question. And there's no special way to do it, man. I write it, I do it on paper usually. Sometimes I do it at a laptop and I'll just type out the question on my computer, or again, I'll sort of jot it down real quick on the paper. And that's step one. I spend a moment then, just a minute, not 10 minutes. You don't have to do anything special, but I sort of do my best within a couple of moments to get myself into a relaxed state. You're not going to get the messages when you're real racy in your head. So I take one or two deep breaths. I think about what I'm asking. I don't just jot it down and forget about it. I stay with it. Psychologically, energetically, I'm with the question. And then I start typing or writing. You just start to answer yourself. And in the beginning, it's going to seem like you're just answering your own question from your headspace, and what you're doing is just foolish and silly and not going to produce any real interesting, any real fruitful results. But you have to get past that short little duration, because eventually you'll feel like they start to come, your ideas of what to say, it just snowballs, and you'll feel connected. You'll get that feeling of connection, and you can notice this by the speed at which you're typing. You usually feel fairly optimistic and positive and upbeat and enthusiastic and just like energized. And what you're writing is coming out very smoothly and very clearly, and you just feel there's a wisdom to it where you're like, oh wow, nice, you know. Sometimes for me, sometimes it comes when I'm asking myself questions. Sometimes I'll answer myself as if there's someone else talking to me. They'll refer to me as you in the writing, instead of saying I should do this, it's you need to be doing this. But that's just how it works for me. So get through that first part. Don't expect to be a pro at this in the first 20 seconds to 2 minutes. And just keep going, and you'll feel the flow. And I just want to leave you with this. like anything in life, this is a skill that takes practice. So you might do this once or twice or 10 times and get nothing. But the point is to stick with it. Do this maybe 30 times, and then you can decide if this is a way that works for you. Usually you'll know before that though. But don't just dismiss it if it doesn't work right away. And a lot of you, it will work right away because you're very higher conscious people. And a lot of times it's a matter of just having a little bit of a technique that shows you how easy it really is. It's not that hard, but it's subtle. When I say I'm connected to a stream of energy, it's not like, oh, it's not like that at all. It feels like nothing from internal or external coming onto me. Just an internal, my energy changes and I feel very happy and excited, and it comes naturally, and oftentimes it's fairly profound. So that's it, guys. Do your best. I'll let you know in your individual programs how often I want you to do this. And if you have any questions, you obviously know where to reach me. Have an amazing day and good luck with this. Peace.